tens of thousands of people have been displaced due to the imizamo yetu fire that broke out in Hout Bay just 6 days ago. It's a fire that's become known as the worst Hout Bay fire experienced in 25 years. All of the lives that are affected, and with them, it's the lives of their families and their animals too. But the volunteers at DARG, D-A-R-G, brands like Hills and the selfless work of the vets at Penzance, they too are standing a fighting chance.
Behind this bustling intersection that I think many Cape Townians know very well is imizamo yetu informal settlement. On Saturday, the 11th of March, a devastating fire raged through portions of this location, leaving thousands homeless, destitute, in fact beyond that, with absolutely nothing. And sadly, so many lives have been lost. And while we still count the humanitarian cost in what has been called the worst fire in over a quarter of a decade, we also know that hundreds of animals have also been affected in the worst way. The organisation DARG already provide a pivotal role when it comes to rescue animals here in the Hout Bay area and, of course, rehoming those beautiful creatures. Well, their role has evolved over the last couple of days. They've moved from just being volunteers here at a rescue station to actually risking their lives, going to help people, going to help animals flee from the fire itself.
There's utter chaos up there. The animals very frightened. You have got people with beds on their heads coming through, carrying their fridges, their belongings, in a bit of a panic. At the roadside, it was just full of household belongings that people couldn't leave because they get stolen, sadly. The animals are caught up in the middle of it, just frightened, just hiding with their owners. You don't get too many with the burnt paws and things like that. They either survive, run, or they don't make it at all. At the vets, there are, I think about again, another 8 animals, mainly cats, who are trying to get away with the burnt paws. But all of these animals will recover, be fine, and be reunited with their owners.
Well, you might think saving one animal's life might not change the world, but you're certainly going to change the world of that creature and his family forever. And thanks to generous donations from Hills and the incredibly selfless staff and vets at the Penzance Veterinary Clinic, some of those most affected by the fires, the cats and the dogs especially, are now being given a fighting chance. I'm always in awe of seeing vets at work and seeing them go so far above and beyond, devoting so much time and so many resources. And of course, Hills coming in, providing financial resources there as well. It was heartbreaking to see those animals, the cats especially, you know, the burnt whiskers, the symbolism in that. And those vets have really stepped up and risen to the occasion. And they seem to stay calm in the eye of the storm, which is amazing to me. A lot of love felt in those walls. Over 100 animals have been rescued. Some of them will need to be fostered until their families, their owners, can then rehome them again. Many of those animals, sadly, will have to remain here, which reinforces the need to rehome these animals. They've been working around the clock for hours, day on day. The team must be exhausted.
I don't know if it's adrenaline that takes over your body and you just run, and your first instinct is go help the animals, and then it's like, okay, well, let's just help the people first. So it's throwing sewage water, any water you can find on the fire, and then running, catching cats and trying to rescue dogs. One cat was in its burning shack under a chair. It had been quite badly burnt, and Jeremy shouted at me, "Get out!" But I managed to get out with the cat. So yeah, it's been quite a eye-opener. It's been unbelievable. The public have been amazing. It's just been... But I think everyone's getting emotionally tired.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for that big cry to come.
I'm sure it's coming, but a lot of hugs have been handed out today. And
thank you.
I've just been absolutely blown away by the way that this entire community has just stepped up.
No, it's amazing.
And dealing with a community that has already lost so much, and dealing with a really bad situation before this fire hit. And it's mind-blowing to see the human side, as well as obviously the animal side to the tragedy as well. So well done on everything that you're doing. Well done.
Thank you so much.
There's just a bit of an emptiness. There's an air about Hout Bay just now that is just sadness. So everybody's tired, but everybody seems to be continuing to get the energy, get up in the morning and start again to help these people in need.
Now that we have seen the extent of the devastation firsthand, and it is nothing short of that absolute devastation and the massive hole that's been left here in the lives of the people affected, and moreover the beautiful animals that have also been affected, all I can say is I am awestruck at how this community have stepped up and risen to that occasion. I'll always have a soft spot for these beautiful animals. Now I'm seeing the best in my fellow man. This is the true spirit of humanity.